Incroyable. Tout le monde est en panique, tout le monde...
Mi va, guarda come cammina.
Ah no? Io non glielo io, perché c'è ora.
Oh my god, is dat niet gevaarlijk? Hè? Is dat niet gevaarlijk, zeg maar? Is gevaarlijk toch? Schat! Schat! Schat!
Europe's highest and most active volcano, Mount Etna in Sicily, erupted violently today, spewing a huge plume of smoke and ash into the Italian sky as tourists were seen running to escape the blast. Dramatic footage posted on social media showed thick clouds of ash covering the area as visitors fled the mountainside in panic. The Italian National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology, NGV, announced that Etna is experiencing powerful and almost continuous strombolian eruptions with an intensity that is constantly increasing. The volcanic tremors that heralded the eruption began around 22 p.m. last night, peaking before 0 a.m., according to NGV. So far, there have been no reports of casualties or major material damage, but authorities have raised the alert level and restricted access to areas around the active crater.
Non so se avvertite boati dalla registrazione.
Etna is one of the most modern volcanoes in the world and has a long history of eruptions, often spectacular, but also potentially dangerous for residents and tourists who visit it. Authorities have urged citizens to follow instructions and avoid dangerous areas. Footage shared on social media showed people running for their lives down the mountainside of Europe's largest and most active volcano as a thick column of smoke intensified above them. Italy's National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology said in a widely reported statement that the volcano was experiencing strong strombolian explosions, a type of eruption of growing intensity. Over the past few hours, the falling of a little thin ash has been flagged in the Piano Vettore area, the statement said. According to the Volcanic Discovery website, prior to the eruption, there were volcanic tremors which began at around 10 p.m. local time and reached their peak shortly before 1 a.m. The Volcanic Ash Advisory Center in Toulouse, one of 9 such centers worldwide used to monitor aviation risks, warned that a volcanic ash plume had reached an altitude of around 6,400 meters. Mount Etna is considered the most active volcano in Europe and the most active stratovolcano in the world. A stratovolcano is what most people consider a volcano, namely a conical formation, often with a central crater formed by layer upon layer of lava from repeated eruptions. So it is no wonder that Mount Etna has erupted countless times in the thousands of years it has been documented. The Global Volcanism Program records continued activity at Mount Etna consistently from mid-February when there was a major eruption. On 23 April and 13 May, there were notable additional eruptions with lava fountains and ash plumes observed. Is it safe to travel to Sicily? It writes, as Mount Etna eruption threatens disruption. Mount Etna, Europe's largest and most active volcano, has erupted on the Italian island of Sicily, sending plumes of smoke into the air as tourists ran for their lives down the side of the mountain. The volcano is one of the world's most active, having erupted as recently as February this year when it spewed hot ash and lava. This time around, a pyroclastic flow of hot rock, ash, and gas was seen falling around 11:30 a.m., while a fountain of lava continues to emit from its southeast crater. Mount Etna sits in a national park near the port city of Catania, filled with a wealth of Baroque architecture and popular with those looking to head off to the volcano's foothills, covered with ash hills, lava rocks on guided hikes. Footage from an eruption of Mount Etna earlier this year. Below we have footage from one of the last times Mount Etna erupted in February this year. Mount Etna is one of the world's most active volcanoes, sometimes erupting multiple times in a week. The eruption seen below is from the volcano's southeast crater, called Bocca Nuova, meaning new mouth. A river of lava stretching some 3 kilometers was found flowing out of the crater at an altitude of 3,000 meters. Mount Etna has erupted, sending a kilometers-high plume of ash into the sky and sending tourists fleeing from the popular World Heritage Area. Italy's National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology said the eruption began around 3:50 a.m. local time, 2:50 a.m. BST, following volcanic tremors which began around midnight local time. The institute said eruption activity has continued since then with increasing intensity and was currently almost continuous. Mount Etna is the tallest and most active volcano in Europe. While its height fluctuates as a result of frequent eruptions which transform the shape of its craters, Italy's National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology said in September that Etna's Voragine crater had reached a height of 3,403 meters above sea level on its eastern rim.